What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another video. So first day back at work since May 23rd, I think. And just as expected, the narcissist is back to her same old wicked ways. So when I pulled up to work this morning, I sat out in my car for a little while contemplating, should I go in or should I just pull off and go back home? So I sat in the car for a minute. I finally decided to get up and go ahead inside. I went in. I didn't see anybody in the loading area. I looked in the office, and there's a new person in the office. And the lady who used to be in like a secretary position, she's moved to a different school. So like the school they put her at and the position they gave her is the one that I wanted. But they gave it to her. But I'm gonna get into that a little later. So I looked into the storeroom. She was in there with another coworker. And then another coworker walked in behind me. And you know, when somebody walked behind you and you turn around and like, hey, how you been? So we hugged. And when we both looked in the storeroom and I said, good morning, nobody said anything. And she know my voice, so they kept their head turned. They make sure that they didn't acknowledge that I'm standing there speaking. I don't care, it's whatever. But the other coworker who came in behind me and she spoke, they were, hey, and all this kind of stuff. Well, she in with them with the whole little clique. She one of her flying monkeys, so it really doesn't matter. I already know what's up with that. So I walked out and seen everybody else, hugged everybody and stuff like that. Talked about the summer, what you did over the summer, how was your summer, and all that kind of good stuff. No later than 5 minutes that I'm out there talking to them, she comes flying by like a bat out of hell, and she goes in the area where the lockers are. And I hadn't been in that area yet to put my lab jacket in the locker, because I left my purse and stuff in the car, because I already know what type of day we would have at work. It's not like it's a regular work day, like the students don't return until the 8th. We just come today and tomorrow just to, unpack things and set up and prepare for the 8th. So, it's not like a regular work day. Well, it's a lot to be done. So, yeah, she comes flying by. She go in the area where the lockers are. She's going in her locker. She's starting this mess, slamming her locker doors because she noticed that we right there in the doorway where the locker is. So it's like she's doing this on purpose to try to interrupt our conversation. So we move away and we start talking and stuff and laughing, just talking and catching up on things. Me and two other ladies. So she come from back out of that area. She walks by. She interrupts us to talk to another one of her flying monkeys, and she's talking loud enough to her like our conversation didn't matter, but she was talking to me, one of her little monkeys, her little flying monkeys. So she was like, I'm going up front to go get something to drink. You want something? And I was like, now you waited until I got here, and you've been here for 2 hours. You waited until I got here to act like that this is something, you really want to do, and you have to interrupt the conversation for this. And she said, no, I told you I'm good. I had my, or whatever. And she know this already. So, yeah, so her little friend, she was like, give me a hug, I haven't seen you. And I was like, you hugging me? So we hugged. And yeah, so she left, she came back, we still in there talking. And I went to the back to put my lab jacket in the locker. Now mind you, when we're off the 2 months for the summer program, I'm working at another location, and my name was on the locker. We just tape our names on the locker. But I took my name off the locker the last day because I thought I wasn't going to return there. I thought I was going to get the transfer over the summer. So, and on top of that, when other people are working there, when the summertime crew is there, there's no need for me to hold up a locker that I'm not even using. And so I know that the locker was unoccupied, and it's mine during the regular school year. So what she did, because I know her handwriting, she put the name on the locker for whoever it was working there. So I didn't take the name off there because I didn't know that if the person was going to be with us for the regular school year. And I'm like, well, if they got the locker, it's no big deal to me. I'll just keep my things in my car. I don't have to have a locker. And so one of my other coworkers said, no, that's your locker. We're not getting anybody. We just got that one new person. That's yours. I don't know who this person is. But I'm going to ask her when she come back. And I say, don't ask her for me. Because I don't want her to think I need you to, ask her anything for me. Because it doesn't matter. But she know that I was going to notice it. And she also know that I wasn't going to make no noise about it. So, like, what's the point? Like, narcissists, they just don't stop. They do everything they can to get a reaction out of you. Just the littlest things they try to do to pick with you. And so she came back from up front in the lounge. She come back to the back. She go back in the locker. She slamming the locker. And then she go back in the storeroom with the other people. And then she comes back, and we're still there laughing, talking, and just putting things away while we're working in that same area. She come back in that area. She go back to the locker. She's going back and forth in that squeaky locker of hers. She's slamming it. And then she's going in the bathroom. But she comes right back out of the bathroom. So, she didn't even use the restroom. She's just coming in the area, where I'm at. Just to be in my presence. And when she look at me, it's like she look at me for a quick second and take her eyes off me. But her eyes are bulged. Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed at all. Like she couldn't contain herself to see me back in her presence again. And so she come back out of that way. She go back in the storeroom. We're still in the area working and putting things away. She come back over there. And all of this is happening within 2 minutes. She come back over there. Now, remember I told y'all the last video that I was listening to the radio. And when my manager walked over in that area where I was cleaning, she was nowhere over there. But, of course, she would keep coming near me. My manager say, you in a mood for music today, huh? And I say, I could listen to music every day, but if you want me to turn the radio off, I will. She said, no, you fine. I'm not bothering me. And so, yeah. And she know I like to listen to music. And I feel like that I could work better when I'm listening to music. I'm in my own little zone. I ain't bothering nobody. And she know this about me. So she comes in the area and she takes the radio. And then she goes back in the storeroom. And there's no outlets in the storeroom. So what was the point of her taking the radio in the storeroom? So my other coworker went and looked in there, and she came back and she said, what you came and got that radio for, girl? Now, what did we want to listen to it? And she said, well, you're not. Ain't nobody gonna listen to it. And I know she was throwing it at me. And she was like, oh, well, sorry then. I don't know what I did you. I ain't do you nothing. And she said, no, you didn't do me nothing. Not you. And I'm like, nobody did you nothing, psycho. It's all in your head. And so she didn't even come back around us. This is just how much power she have over those people's minds. Like, you go from, hey, I miss you, give me my hug. I haven't seen you in a while. I wish you happy birthday, because my birthday was July 18th. I wish you happy birthday on Facebook. I know you seen it. I say, yes, I liked it. And I said, thank you. And she was like, and your daughters, I wished her happy birthday. I say, yeah, hers was June 5th. Thank you. I said, thank you. And it's like they just need so much they need so much credit. And so she left. And when she went in the storeroom with the narc and the other two friends who they deal with, she stayed in there. And so my other coworker went and walked in there, and she said they're in there talking low, probably talking about us. And I say, no, talking about me, and you already know what it is. I don't care, girl. For nothing. Like, just look for things. Just look for stuff to pick with you about. But they don't pick, it's like they at you, but they don't never, it's like they throw slings. Like they throw a lot of jabs, but they're never direct. So those things don't bother me. They the type of person that throw rocks and hide their hands. So, yeah. As expected. But the narcissist, nothing about the narc is going to change. It's the same thing, just a different day. And I haven't seen this person in 2 months. And I come back to work and nothing has changed. So like I say, she had the girl's name on my locker. So finding out that the person is not going to be working with us for the regular school year, they were only there for the summer. She comes back in that area when she seen that I had took my jacket off and hung it in an area by the lockers, but I didn't go in the locker. So her way was to punish me, was to block me, because she know that I have respect for other people's belongings. She know that, and she know that I can respect boundaries. But in her mind, she's punishing me by keeping the name on the locker. And she seen that I took the jacket off and put it in a different area other than in the locker. She comes and take the name off the locker. When I go back in there to put my jacket on, because I had got cold again, I noticed the name was off the locker. So now she was giving me access to my own locker. And I'm like, I'm not even about to entertain this clown. It's too early. I'm not in the mood for it. I'm still half asleep. I sleep deprived. I tossed and turned last night. You know, it's just always like that day before you go back to work, when you've been off for 2 months and not knowing what you're heading into. So I really wasn't trying to make this video too long, but I just wanted to let y'all know how my day was going back to work with the narc now. Yeah, so she took the radio, and then she brought the radio back when she seen that we had moved to a different area of the kitchen. So she brought the radio back. Like, I wasn't gonna mess with the radio anyway, dummy. She's such a dumbass. I was like, only if she know that. I can't even get mad at her now, because it's like, I already know where she's going for the day. I know what she's gonna do. It's like, I don't think she can surprise me, but I don't want to speak too soon. Yeah, so she had that look in her eyes, but I wouldn't give her eye contact. I'm not gonna be giving her eye contact. I'm not gonna give her my energy. I'm not gonna waste my energy on her. So I don't give her any eye contact. But when I just so happen to glance at her or whatever, she just have this stupid look on her face as usual. And yeah, so she went back in the little room with her friends. But she would come out every now and then and peek to see where I'm at and stuff like that. And so we went out in the dining room, and we went to sit down because there was nothing else to do. And we went out to sit down. So she went and pulled a bag of chips and sandwich meat, you know, to fix sub sandwiches for them. So she went and fixed all the sub sandwiches for everybody, knowing I don't care. She know this. So I'm sitting down, me and another person, at one table, and all of the rest of them is sitting together, because you know that's what she do. But the new person is sitting in the office, so she's kind of peeking it out. She's just trying to feel her way through now and just kind of, you know, see what's happening with everybody. So I got up and I went in the office and I said, I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name's Felicia. And she was like, hey, my name's so-and-so. Nice to meet you. And I said, what school you transferred from? And then she told me, and I said, okay, I know such and such person who work over there, my friend. She was like, yeah, And I was like, okay, well, hope we have a good year. And she said, yep. And then I said, I'm going to my car for a second. She said, okay. I went out to my car and I came back in. And she had made her way up to the front. So she had come to get the lady to tell her, I got sub sandwiches and chips. You can pick from any kind of chips. I got 3 different types of chips. And so they were all fixing their food. But the lady noticed that me and the other lady that was sitting at the table by ourselves, we weren't offered anything. So she went back in the office like, well, I'm not going to go sit with them because I see that there's division. But her only thing is now she got to figure out, you know, the good against evil in this place. And so, like I say, she went back in the office to finish her paperwork. She didn't come out there to mingle with them or us, and that's fine, you know. I'm just saying, normally when new people come there, they usually flock to the mess, to the drama, to the narc and her people. And so, and what else happened today? So yeah, we just pretty much sitting out there just talking and everything. But you know, that's another thing, you know, the punishment or whatever they call it when she excludes you from the activities. So she kept trying to think of what could she do to get my attention. She go up front. She was like, the principal said that the shirts are in. I'll go up there and get them. Because she always got to put herself in position to be an authority figure over something, over the simplest things. Habit. That's that habit. So she come back with the shirts. Her handwriting again. She's already tore off a piece of tape. And if I'm not mistaken, when she went in the back, she went and got the tape and a marker. She took it up front. She come back with the shirts. She passed out everybody's shirt. You know, the spirit shirts that we have, that we wear on Fridays. She come back with the shirts, and she bring me mine and said, all they had left was extra large. I was looking for you a large. Sorry. That's a lie. They had large. I'm going to tell y'all about that in a second real quick. So, she know that it could be a trigger. It's not a trigger. I know I've done the work. I'm proud of myself for how far I've come with my weight loss journey. Like, I got something to be proud of. I can give myself a pat on the back every day, and I'm not boasting and I'm not bragging about it. I'm just saying, that's one thing she can't do, is make me feel ashamed about my weight. Like, well, first of all, the shirt is too big for me. It's not like I'm too big for the shirt, dumbass. So, you know, if anything, you want to apologize for yourself for the failed attempt to hurt me, because you can't. No matter what you do, I'm just not going to let you get to me. And so, yeah, she passed out everybody the right size shirt for them, and then she come giving me this big ass extra large shirt. But the shirts, they kind of run small for the size. So her plan backfired, because the shirt really doesn't fit like an extra large. It fits like a medium large. It doesn't even fit like a large. So it still worked out in my favor, and I didn't even ask for the shirt, and I like the shirts. I like our new spirit shirts. And this year they not, we don't have to pay for those. This year they're free. And then I was like, we're going to give y'all another one for Christmas, for our annual Christmas party that we're going to have at the hotel this year, if we want to go. And then if we go, we get a free one. Another one. So, yeah. That's how my day went, y'all. That's how it went. Nothing changes with the narcissists. They stay the same. They are unstable creatures of habit. Unstable creatures of habit. She could not keep still today. She's still peeking at me. She's still staring. She still looked angry. While people were talking to her, she was spaced out and her mouth was balled up like she was just mad at something out of the blue. And I bet they couldn't even get this out of her over the last 2 months. But today, just because I was back there at work, you know, it was so evident that I was bothering her just by being there and not giving a damn that she exists. So, yeah, that's how my day went. Just wanted to share that with y'all real quick. Didn't want to make this a damn near 20-minute video, but I did. And leave y'all thoughts down below. And the person who was moved in the position that I wanted, they put her there like as a punishment, because this is like a third strike for her. If she continued to keep missing days, she's going to end up losing her job. So there might be a setup for me to get in that position. Mind you, I have to get trained for this Tech 4 position that's going to give me more money and more hours. And I asked for this. So I think that God is doing this for me, you know, because God wants us to do things in order, not out of order. And had I went to that school and not had the training for that position, I would have really messed myself up. So now I'm glad that it did work out this way. And now I'm given that chance to be trained this whole school year. And then I can be moved to another school. And it may not be that school, but at least I know what's coming in the future. I've already claimed it. So, and I want everything that God got for me. Like I say, I've already claimed it. I know it's coming. So that concludes my video, y'all. Leave your comments down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. As always, thank y'all for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.